Hello and welcome to Wild Owl TV, the YouTube channel where you can learn about British birds of prey. Today I'm paying a visit to one of my favourite places to see the UK's smallest owl, the little owl. Little owls have not always been a resident of our shores. They were originally introduced in the 19th century from Europe as a natural predator to prey on bullfinches of all things. Unlike today, where bullfinch numbers are under huge pressure, back then they were a common bird and regarded as pests by Victorian farmers and wreaked havoc in orchards as they nibbled the buds of fruit crops. Little owls were known for taking small birds as part of their diet, and they were very much at home in orchards in farmland, so they were the ideal natural predator. From those original introductions, little owls established themselves and have now become a part of our countryside. They can be found all over England and Wales, but their population peters out as you approach the Scottish border. The little owls that live here near Bath are a regular sight to locals, where they see them perched on the top of the roof of the building behind me as they drive by. But as you'll see in the following video I filmed last autumn, when people walk by or pass on horseback in this case, the owls quickly dive into the cover of the building, re-emerging once the disturbance passed. These little characters lack the round facial hearing disc of owls like barn owls and tawny owls. Instead, they appear to have more of a frowning, serious expression. Their diet consists of a lot of smaller prey like worms, moths, beetles, grasshoppers and a range of other invertebrates, so they've evolved to use their keen eyesight to spot a meal. An attractive hearing disc is therefore not so important, although the owl is quite capable of catching small mammals, and despite its diminutive size, it can easily deal with larger prey such as rabbits and rats. In fact, in the winter, when insect prey is scarce, small mammals and birds account for much of the little owl's diet. The eye colour of the little owl gives you a clue that they are a diurnal species and are often active during the day, keeping an eye out for any danger on their favourite perch and making sure they can keep a watch on their territory. Little owls are very noisy. As you'll see from our owl, the way it responds noisily to another little owl's calls a few fields away in the clip is part of how they communicate with each other to establish and reinforce territorial boundaries. If you like your sleep, you really wouldn't want these birds nesting in a tree outside your bedroom, I can tell you. Aren't they great little birds? BTO figures suggest that the UK population of little owls has actually declined by an alarming 46% in the last 40 years. In fact, there's been a 25% decline in the last 15 years alone. There's real concerns about what is causing this. Some suggestions point to high mortality of chicks by predators, but it seems that one of the main factors is the same old problem for owls: lack of suitable hunting habitats. The common practice of intensive and wide-scale farming of crops like wheat and barley results in less prey availability during the summer, when hungry chicks in particular need food. These monocultures have much lower value to wildlife than the rich biodiversity of meadows, hedgerows and woodland, which support a much wider variety of invertebrates, small mammals and bird species. In my local area, one of the main issues to little owls, apart from lack of suitable foraging habitats, is the change of use of old buildings like the one behind me. This building, although old and permanently closed up, is in relatively good condition, and that hole in the roof that you see no doubt invited the first owl into the site years ago. However, most of the old buildings that are used by nesting little owls are near derelict. To the owners, they don't appear to have much value and are often demolished. Yet to the owls, they're a haven that offer lots of nooks and crannies. They'll make themselves at home in these refuges for year after year, breeding every spring. That's why I always encourage the public to make sure that owners of buildings like this one know the little owls are living in them, so that if there is any threat to the building, the owners can plan a contingency for the owls, like installing a suitable nest box in a nearby tree or hedgerow as an alternative nesting place. If you own land and want to encourage little owls, then create messy natural areas in field corners. Compost heaps and piles of rotting timber will provide a great source of worms and invertebrates for little owls. And of course, leaving strips of uncut grass on field margins will create habitats where they can hunt for grasshoppers, moths and small mammals. That'll help barn owls as well. Little owls are in trouble in the UK, and it would be a great shame to lose this very special little bird. Like all birds of prey, they're an indicator of the health of the environment around them. If we're losing little owls, it's because we're losing their habitats and all the other species that are in those places. So we need to do more to help keep these environments preserved, so we can enjoy these cheeky little birds for generations to come. So thanks again for watching Wild Owl TV, and see you again soon. Bye bye.